You are on India Today podcasts and you are in the Sledging Room.
We are back after a break, as in not the Sledging Room podcast, but the India and England teams. A much needed break, I think. No, after two intense tests in the 5-match series. After a long time, I think we have had a 9-day break between two tests, and it has even added a little more context and added to the excitement surrounding the series.
I am back after a break.
Yeah, you are back and you were called in as a last-minute replacement, like how the team has been calling in people. Like both the teams have had injury concerns and player availability issues. I just want to start, instead of giving you guys those, calculations and all that, for which I was trolled and looked at last episode, I'm going to hit the, properly, I'm going to get into the matter. Saurabh, Kingshuk, Saurabh, I am sure that you might not like the question that I'm going to ask you, but is this Indian team the most beatable and the weakest side that would take the field in a long, long time? Even in the GABA test, if we had seen it. In terms of experience, I'm not saying in terms of anything else, but in terms of experience, class of the players, no doubt, all the players who have earned the India call-up are capable of doing well. But in terms of experience, is it the weakest and the most inexperienced side that can take on an England side, let alone an England side, but that plays test cricket for India in the recent past? Even in the GABA test that we saw in 2021, Rohit Sharma was there, Cheteshwar Pujara was there, Ajinkya Rahane was there. So in terms of experience, we were not lacking. But if you look at it, I think Rohit is the most experienced batter, provided Ravindra Jadeja, if Ravindra Jadeja comes in, then he becomes the most experienced batter. So is this England's best chance to beat India? Again, the same question.
Okay. Yeah, so there are two things.
Yeah.
Yes, this is one of the most inexperienced Indian bat lineups.
Yeah.
Not the team, the bat lineups.
Yeah.
GABA had an inexperienced bowling lineup.
Yeah.
So they are two different things. But I can't say that they are the weakest, especially after what happened in the second test. So you don't have a Shreyas Iyer because he was out of form. He was not able to convert those starts. So he has been kind of thrown out. Then you have KL Rahul. KL Rahul was not playing the last test also, right?
Yeah.
So if you see from the last test, we just have one player who is missing out, Shreyas Iyer, who was out of form. So it might happen, if Jadeja is fit, he might come in and he might play as a replacement of Shreyas Iyer. Or you could see, like Kingshuk wrote in an article one day ago, that Sarfaraz Khan may be making his debut. Now, a lot will depend on how these players play. In that test, in the second test, certain Yashasvi Jaiswal rose up to the occasion, scored a double 100 in the first innings. Then Shubman Gill scored 100. So a lot will lie on them. A lot will depend on how they perform. It's definitely, in the last podcast also I told you, before moving to our closer, I was clear in my approach that England cannot beat us. I will say yes, they can beat us, but they won't be able to beat us. Just this 9-day break. First of all, I don't understand this concept of 9-day break. I mean, why will you take a 9-day break after just 2 test matches? Are you so much into playing T20 cricket that you can't play 3 test matches together? And what about this Indian team? What is wrong with this Indian team? What happened to KL Rahul? Why was he named in the squad first and then he was withdrawn?
Yeah, 90% fit. Yes, 90% fit.
Yeah, I don't
Subject
get that,
to.
man. Just
Yes.
announce the squad a couple days later, or at least when you get the medical report, or you're sure. that he
Otherwise,
is
the
going to
amount
play.
of speculation, they will be like Chris Srikanth likely to play, Sunil Gavaskar likely to play. Like we were discussing, Saurabh, that day. Like the BCCI was never at fault in announcing the squad over the weekend, right?
Yeah.
Because the test match was on the 14th, and they had the time to take a call on the injury reports of so many players. Even then, KL Rahul had to be pulled out in the last moment, and then Devdutt Padikkal, his Karnataka teammate, had to be given his maiden test call-up. So there's no, we were all worried that, okay, the squad was not coming, not coming last week. But when they announced it on Friday, it was still early because they had 5-6 days for the test match to go. So I don't know why we are questioning the BCCI here, but yes, in terms of player management and all that, Saurabh has raised a very important point.
Yeah.
That what is happening to all these players? Where is the workload management? We are so prioritizing workload management. See, the era of Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma has been about workload management.
Yeah.
In fact, Ravi Shastri and Virat Kohli also brought this up a lot of times, but the players did not get breaks from test series and all that, like we are seeing in the current era, right? So what is wrong, Kingshuk? What is wrong? What is going wrong with these players? Why are they not being able to turn up for Test cricket, which seems to be which is the most important format according to purists.
Forget players for a while.
Hmm.
I think us fans or the fans outside of this podcast room
Yeah.
and BCCI are equally bad
Hmm.
and are equally responsible in this drama. For the fans, it's the expectation of the squad because Ajit Agarkar flew out to Vizag and he was there in the 4th day of the test match.
Yeah.
So we speculated that the squad might come in like inside 1 or 2 days of the test match finishing. So that's the problem of the fans. BCCI, I think, they panicked with the squad for the last 3 tests. They might have known, might have not known if Virat Kohli was coming back or not. And they really wanted a more experienced side to play the final 3 test matches in the series. And that did not happen. For the Rajkot test, like you mentioned, this has full GABA series vibes. But at home, that we don't have enough experienced players to deal with in test cricket. Your question was what's going wrong with the player management side of things?
Workload management. Like we talk so much about players prioritizing this, players prioritizing that, taking breaks. But when it comes to a very important test series we are lacking the key players, right?
I might be too far, but it looks like players are managing their workload so that they can play IPL.
That is a interesting allegation that I was going to come to. But that is, I mean, it's not far off, is it, to assume that. But I don't want to assume. I want to put the blame on NCA and the medical team. KL Rahul has been to NCA for over 3-4 months in his last 3 months, let's say 3 months, in the last 12 months. Gets injured in IPL, gets a surgery done in London or UK, wherever, comes back, trains at the NCA, him and Shreyas Iyer both.
Yeah.
Then KL Rahul comes back and Shreyas Iyer gets pulled out once again.
No.
Right before the Asia Cup. The other way around. So BCCI have a history of doing this. This management side of things, BCCI have a history of doing things, but the onus also falls on the player himself. What are you doing? You have posted a training video the day before the squad was announced.
Yes. Yeah.
And then you get pulled back.
KL Rahul, right?
What are you trying to do, KL Rahul? Come on, man.
90% he's there. They just don't want to take risks.
Yeah, because if he'll miss IPL, that will be huge loss to LSG.
Yeah. And Saurabh, when you're talking about all this, if you listen to former players like Sunil Gavaskar, for that instance, Krishnamachari, Srikanth and all of them, the players whom we listen to in these days regularly, they have always said that no player is like 100% when they take on. In our era, we used to manage injuries. We used to turn up.
Dhoni also said that multiple times. I was never at 100% when I start playing international cricket.
Yeah.
And that is fair. I was actually listening to the Willow Talk podcast and Alisa Healy there said that she prefers her fast bowlers to come in and go from the test match so that for whatever number of overs they bowl or whatever number of matches they play, she prefers them to be at 100% rather than 90% or 70-80%. That could be one of the cases why we are seeing so much rotation in the squad overall. But from the Indian management type side of things, I think it is completely BCCI's blame. And I'll explain it why. Just give me 2 minutes to elaborate on this.
You are saying BCCI has to be blamed for this, whatever is happening.
Absolutely. And this goes with the squad selection side of things. Avesh Khan, picked for the first 2 tests, dropped. Abhimanyu Ishwaran, carried through the South Africa series, does not get a mention in the final 3 squads. Devdutt Padikkal called up randomly. I know that he has been doing well in the recent past with Karnataka in the Ranji Trophy. In fact, I think he hit 1 or 2 centuries in the last 3 matches.
But where does he bat for Karnataka?
Exactly.
Number 3.
Exactly. You don't have that spot open. You don't have that spot open. So, on one side, with the Indian squad, you're showing faith in Sarfaraz Khan, Dhruv Jurel and Rajat. You're bringing them in giving them test debut instead of going back to your former established stars. And in the squad selection point of view, you randomly drop players. Either tell them that, listen, you are not good enough to play for the first team, so we will just carry you around for experience. Or don't do the nonsense of sending mails to players, alleged mails to players, saying that Ranji needs to be prioritized and you have to play them. Where is the reward? Where is the reward for playing Ranji Trophy?
Yeah, I mean, every time you pick a player on the basis of how that player performed in IPL.
Give our listeners and viewers some context.
So basically, what happened with Ishan Kishan?
Yeah.
It all comes down to that particular point. Ishan Kishan asked for rest.
Yeah.
And he was given that rest in South Africa series.
Reportedly due to mental fatigue.
Yes. And then there were reports which said that he was caught partying in Dubai.
He was partying.
He was.
As in, like Saurabh, if I take an off, if I take a leave,
Mental fatigue off.
and then I go to
Yeah,
Dubai and
how
party,
does that concern
How does
BCCI?
that concern?
How does it concern the team management?
Yeah.
And when he has gone...
And why have they leaked it? Somebody's leaked it.
Yes.
Somebody's leaked the info.
Yeah.
To portray Ishan specifically in a way. The second leak comes...
No, before you go there, let's sort of finish. What is the context around this BCCI
Sorry,
mail, alleged
Okay.
BCCI mail,
And then...
reported BCCI
Yeah.
mail?
And then Ishan Kishan was not picked in that Afghanistan T20 series
Yeah.
or this India-England first two test ka squad. Then what happens is when Rahul Dravid is asked about Ishan Kishan, he said there is no discipline issue. But I would expect him to make himself available and play domestic cricket.
He said you have to play matches before getting into the Indian team.
That is what he said.
And then he gave another clarification a week
And
later.
then Ishan Kishan, then Jharkhand Cricket Board's statement comes where they say we are ready to give Ishan an opportunity if he wants to play. But Ishan does not turn up for any of those Ranji matches.
5-6 rounds he has missed.
Then India play that first test also. In the second test, before the second test, again Rahul Dravid is asked.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the case? Will Ishan Kishan get a chance? No, I did not say that he has to play. I am not forcing players to play domestic cricket, but they should make themselves available.
Yeah.
I mean, you yourself are contradicting what you are saying. And
You
then
are playing it safe.
Yes. And
No, he kind of clarified that I did not particularly want Ishan Kishan to play domestic cricket. Whenever he is available, he has to play some cricket before making
and then you
himself
play the
available.
second test, you win that test, then there's a long gap of 7-8 days. And just before the third test would start, after the squad is announced, there is a report going on in media, in the social media and the traditional media also, that BCCI has issued a diktat where they have asked players to not skip Ranji or any form of domestic cricket just for IPL. They want every player to play every domestic cricket form of domestic cricket.
The
So what?
specifics, as in like elaborating on that a little bit, is that the BCCI has found a lot of players already starting to prepare for IPL from like January, February, instead of playing domestic cricket.
Okay, so now with what Kingshuk said, he's absolutely right. If you look at how many players have got their debuts from playing Ranji cricket.
Jalaj Saxena
Oh,
gonna
my
play his
God,
100th
that
test
is-
next week.
I mean,
Is that not true?
apart from Sarfaraz,
Yeah.
I don't think there's any player, any bowler, any batter, any all-rounder who has got their chance by performing in Ranji cricket or the
And also
Saurabh Kumar,
Also,
he's been called up so many times.
Forget Saurabh. Mukesh Kumar, he drove the Bengal team for the past 3 years in Ranji.
Yes.
He had to play IPL, not even perform well for Delhi. He won
Yeah,
them
he bowled,
one match.
yeah.
He won them one match bowling
And he
the
bowled
final over.
decently in the
He bowled decently and then he gets selected in the test team. What on earth are we doing here?
Absolutely.
So both of you are saying that players won't have the motivation to play Ranji Trophy if the selection is based on IPL performances,
You
right?
tell
no,
me.
no money. Oh, why would players take Ranji Trophy seriously if BCCI does not care enough to broadcast the matches? You go to England, every single county game is broadcasted at least over YouTube.
Yes.
You can give them that. You are the richest board in the world. You can give them that bit of respect at least. Yesterday, I went to Jio Cinema.
Yeah, when you compare IPL and Ranji Trophy, the money is less. But I don't think players complain about the money that they get in Ranji Trophy, right?
No, it's not about the money. So,
It's like say you are unfit. Say you are unfit. You need to work towards something. Would you rather not spend time on your strength and conditioning and then play the IPL if you are an IPL player?
so I have one more question. So in Ishan Kishan's case, Rahul Dravid has come out and said, previously he has come out and said, you need to play domestic cricket. Did KL Rahul play domestic cricket before coming back to Indian team after that injury?
Has Hardik Pandya played
KL Rahul played those
domestic ever?
intra-squad matches in NCA, na?
Okay.
Intra.
How many Ranji matches has Hardik Pandya played?
Hardik Pandya, is he not playing for Baroda now?
No, I don't think so.
So many years. I don't think. I'm not sure about this, but I don't think since his return from back injury, he has played a single domestic game.
Yeah.
Players who are continuously giving their performances.
Hardik has been playing for Baroda. I checked it now. We are in 2015 now and he has been playing for Baroda. No, as in
Gandhinagar Premier League, Baroda team.
Yeah, Gandhinagar Premier League.
He's doing all those things that an administration must do, but not that every cricketer should do.
Yeah.
And it genuinely pisses me off. It genuinely pisses me off that you cannot
the yardstick is different for different people, right? Why Ishan Kishan should play domestic cricket, like Saurabh pointed out, when KL Rahul and Shreyas Iyer don't play. Shreyas Iyer at least was kind of
Shreyas Iyer
forced to
plays.
play one match before the England Test series, but again dropped or injured. The BCCI had a clarification about Virat Kohli, about Jadeja and Rahul, but there was nothing about Shreyas Iyer.
You can go and list out 20-30 names of players who have been toiling hard in domestic cricket. Batters, bowlers, all-rounders. But they were not picked for any IPL side, and hence they could not make it to the national side.
Yeah.
Any format, Test, T20 or ODI.
Yeah.
What is wrong with this selection management?
Yeah. Even Jayadev Unadkat had to slog so much
13 years.
before he kind of
Made a
comeback, and then he's now gone.
He's again gone.
Yeah. Like, so what is the reward? So our question is, what is the reward for playing domestic cricket?
And also there is another side with it. Say consistent people who have done so well throughout. Now you have started picking people up randomly. I am going to say randomly because it doesn't make sense.
Based on gut feeling, based on...
That is what is the yardstick? Like you mentioned, what is the yardstick? Is it ceiling?
Yeah.
Because with Dhruv Jurel, it definitely is ceiling. That this guy can be our next wicketkeeper batter, apart from Pant. And then you bring in Patidar. Patidar has done decently well for Madhya Pradesh, but once again it comes down to playing for RCB in IPL and scoring that century in the knockout games.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? I mean, why should the next generation be excited about Ranji? Number one. If they are not excited about Ranji, why should they be excited about Test cricket?
True.
It's a larger problem.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You can't question these young cricketers when you are not giving them enough rewards for playing Ranji cricket.
Yeah.
If you come out and say that Akshay Kingshuk, you will play Ranji Trophy, and then if you perform, I will select you to the national side. Okay, then you both will do everything possible to play that game. But if I say, okay, you please go and play Ranji cricket, but then I go and pick someone from us, like I pick Alan because he is playing IPL. How does it work?
And also in my last podcast, I was talking about the Tom Hartley story where the umpires had cameras on their chest.
Yes.
And they had a proper look at how Hartley was bowling based on which they selected him. Ranji trophies, number one, all of those things are not there. And only certain Ranji trophies have recordings telecasted to us to know what's going on in there. How is a Saxena bowling?
If you want to go and have a look at the scorecard, live scorecard, you have to go to the BCCI website only. ESPN, CricBuzz, there is no website which gives you live score. They are delayed scores.
Because they take it from BCCI.
Yes.
What can they do?
No, that is what the problem is there. You are not giving those players. So, for example, leave IPL. You play TNPL. You'll get more exposure than you play Ranji Trophy.
And this is where I think what Ben Stokes' England have done and ECB under Rob Key have done is that they have put focus back on red ball cricket.
Absolutely.
That the reward needs to be given to do well, and then an exciting approach for people to attract people to the stands. I mean, that completely killed their white ball game. But we are just focusing on one thing, which again, like you say, purists feel that is the most exciting form of cricket.
We can't compare Indian domestic structure with England's domestic structure.
I'm just talking about the approach from the management to do things.
Yeah.
BCCI seem to be
like pick
aloof.
Tom Hartley, who has played 6 first-class matches.
Exactly.
You are happy with that, but if someone
happy based on the logic that they use. Based on the logic that they use, that we know that he has only played 6 games, but this is what he has done, and we feel that that particular skill set can work in India. I am fine with that.
If Ajit Agarkar says the same thing about Devdutt Padikkal, you have a problem about that.
Please say it. Come out and say it. Do one press conference and say it.
Yes.
They have been doing press conference, as in they were doing press conference in the past.
When was the last press conference BCCI had?
I think after
World Cup.
the World Cup.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You come out, and I love Rohit Sharma's when he says things like Rohit Sharma talking about a pitch in particular in South Africa was so exciting because you got to understand how Indian batters feel about playing in turning tracks and bouncy tracks. They are brave. They come out and say that neither of them are easy to bat on, but we are ready to take on the challenge. Why does the selection committee not do that? Just explain. 3 years, Sir Sarfaraz Khan played well. Not a single press conference on why he was not selected. That is not okay.
Yeah, I think we had press conferences where people explained Sarfaraz Khan that he work on his fitness, he need to do that, he need to do this.
I think just twice.
One.
Was it under
once or twice?
Chetan
Sharma. Yes,
Chetan
once
Sharma,
or
yeah.
twice. I still remember that press conference.
So right now,
So what is the way out of this? Should these players, should a player like Ishan Kishan, for instance, whenever he is ready, prioritize on playing Ranji Trophy instead of preparing for IPL, or should he think about IPL only? What do you think?
no, see, right now with Ishan Kishan's case, if, for example, your head coach has come out in public and said that you need to play domestic cricket, please go and play domestic cricket.
If you want to get back in the Indian team, that is.
Yes, exactly. And I think he wants to get back in the Indian team.
Yeah. Especially
You
in a
can't
home
be
series
sitting
like
and
this.
wasting time.
Yeah.
You are a young player. You have performed in the past.
Yeah.
It's very, very unfortunate that you have been dropped for some or the other reason. But now it is up to you how to make it right.
Yeah.
So by that logic, IPL start होने में भी 1 month है ना अभी.
Yeah.
You could have gone and played 2 or 3 Ranji matches. So the easiest way to prove your credential is by letting your bat or ball do the talking.
I think the selectors must also, like you both have mentioned, must make it clear that we will look at only red ball performances for test selection.
Yes.
For instance, players like Shreyas Iyer and KL Rahul who were dropped in the past, they don't seem to be going back to Ranji Trophy.
No.
They don't seem to go back to domestic cricket. Like a lot of former cricketers say, go back to domestic cricket and make runs. But how often have you seen the players who have dropped, except Pujara and Rahane, who have come from that era where
Yes.
they saw Sachin Tendulkar playing a Ranji game before his last test.
Yeah.
They have come from that era. So they are going back and playing this. But if someone like Shreyas Iyer, someone like Ishan Kishan is dropped, they wait for the next IPL. And then we also mix formats. The selectors also mix formats.
Will they not question, why don't you ask these questions to Virat Kohli? Why don't you ask these questions to Rohit Sharma? They also don't play domestic cricket when they are not playing international cricket.
Yeah. Like, for instance, if you're an all-format player, then
Yeah.
it's a little difficult.
Yeah, I don't think that will hold
I
for
accept
the
I accept that
all
logic.
format
I accept that
If you're an
logic.
see, if you ask Jasprit Bumrah to go and play Ranji Trophy, that is kind
Jasprit
of
Bumrah
like...
is a gem which
Yeah.
you need to preserve.
You need to be performing at the highest level. Okay, if you're not dropped, like if you're resting, then it's fine. If you're not dropped, if you're dropped, please go back and make runs. Sort out your technique. Like, I am being very frank here. Whenever I've seen journalists asking Shreyas Iyer questions about his weaknesses, he tends to kind of take it in a wrong way, right?
Yeah, defensive.
Bouncers,
Very
no.
defensive about it.
He was touted as a very good player of spin. In fact, he should have grabbed this opportunity in
And
this home series.
almost every dismissal of him came against spin bowling in this
Exactly.
series.
And he should have grabbed this opportunity in this home
He
series.
wasted it.
When seniors were not there, you had a very good opportunity. As a very good, highly rated player of spin, it was Shreyas Iyer's golden opportunity to take it,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, you know that Virat Kohli will come back.
Yeah.
Rishabh Pant is not fit, but he will come back in 1 year.
Yeah.
6 months, 1 year, 9 months, whenever he comes back.
Yeah.
You need to, and KL Rahul has been scoring runs,
Yeah.
batting at number 4, number 5.
Yeah.
Will you get picked ahead of these players?
I have one more question here.
Yeah.
Rajkot, Pujara's home ground, was it a missed opportunity to give him one test? Because he has been scoring runs, he has been putting in the hard yards, especially when you didn't have Shreyas, when Rahul was ruled out, Virat was not coming back.
And
One opportunity.
Scoring runs in bulk also. 1 double 100.
Was it
190, 250s, and then again 100.
See, if you ask me, logically, Pujara should have been in this test side from the first test. When Virat Kohli was not there,
Yeah.
when your KL Rahul was there, Shreyas Iyer has not been scoring on test cricket. Apart from that match-winning knock against Bangladesh, what has he
It
done?
was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like 1.5
Okay.
years ago.
So, he should have been there in your squad from first test. But Rohit Sharma has come out and said, we are not looking at old players, we are looking at new players because we want to give young players a chance in this home series.
Will that yardstick apply to himself if he doesn't do well in Rajkot?
No, it won't. You yourself answer it. No, it will come out. It will all come down to how important a player you are. You are the captain of an Indian team, so you will take your calls.
I remember this Virat Kohli press conference. I don't remember which series was it from. I think 2-3 years back. They asked him the same thing, that Rohit Sharma has not been doing well. Doing well.
Oh,
What
will
do you
you
do?
drop
Virat
Rohit
goes,
Sharma?
will you drop Rohit Sharma?
No, this
No,
happened
you tell
after
me.
that Pakistan lost.
Yeah.
No, you
T20.
tell me, will you drop Rohit
T20
Sharma?
World Cup. T20 World Cup. Yes. So you're
But
talking.
is the axe hanging on Rohit Sharma as well? Saurabh? Because
See, Rohit.
as a senior player,
Yeah.
okay, he has scored some runs in the recent past, but test runs are drying up. The first 2 tests haven't been good. And now extra pressure as well because there is no senior batter. He has to, if you look at it frankly, in Vizag, why did we win? 3 individual performances.
Yeah.
Yashasvi Jaiswal, Shubman Gill
Jasprit Bumrah.
and Jasprit Bumrah.
Yes.
So, but is there pressure on Rohit Sharma's place in the test side?
Definitely it is. See, you might not see people questioning him, but there is something brewing.
Yeah.
You are the captain. You are the most experienced player. You need to score those runs.
Yeah. Still in that World Cup mode, is it?
You put an axe on Shubman Gill. Oh, there were reports coming out in media.
Yeah.
Had he not scored that 100 in Vizag, he would have been asked to fly out to Mohali and play Ranji cricket. Why not this for Rohit Sharma? I mean, you are a captain.
Yeah.
You have to score runs.
Yeah.
You can't be wasting your opportunities also.
Yeah.
How long will you continue playing without scoring a 50 or 100? Tell me.
How long will you continue playing? That's itself a big question, right? Yeah.
You know, Rohit Sharma is getting that luxury that the board thinks or the selectors think that there is no other proper man who can lead the test side.
Yeah.
That is why Rohit Sharma is in that test side.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Shubman Gill Jaiswal would have opened for you.
Yeah. Number
As simple
3.
as that. Number 3, you could give if you want to give youngsters a chance.
Yeah.
Padar has placed number 3 for his side.
Yeah.
Kohli can bat number
Get
4.
Easwaran into the side, man.
So many players.
Baba
Bengal
Indrajit.
captain. Baba Indrajit reacted to something today morning, was it?
So many times. Like he has been
Such a great-
consistent.
He's such a consistent player.
Like, but no.
And you could see his dedication towards the sport when he got injured. Even then, he came out with a taped mouth and he batted.
Yeah, fair.
What?
Rohit Sharma also did that in Bangladesh, you remember?
Yes.
We're questioning,
Kudos to him.
don't question players' dedication. Yeah. You were applauding it, I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what about you, Kingshuk?
I will go back. Sorry for disturbing, but I will go back again to what Kingshuk said earlier.
Thanks.
Exactly. So if you can issue a mandate where you ask every player to play domestic cricket, please applaud the players who are giving their everything while playing domestic cricket, some way or the other way.
Yeah.
Not
Not even rewarding them with test
See,
call-ups.
you can't
But if you're being consistent, for instance, Indrajit was playing for India A and in India A, but he's not in that scene also now.
Yeah.
So what is the basis of your just shuffling? What will Avesh Khan think?
It's so confusing.
Why Akashdeep now? Why Akashdeep now?
It looks like the selectors said they make some chits.
Yeah.
And they're okay.
Yeah, man, they took away Akashdeep. Yeah, what will Bengal do against Bihar now?
So that is his concern. But what will Akashdeep do? What will Akashdeep gain from this experience? Will he be given a test match?
I don't think so.
Why are you selecting people for just, being around these players will give them confidence and all that. But if you just shun them out, like how you have done with Avesh Khan, why not bring Avesh Khan? Why? There's no continuity, right? There's no continuity at all. Even KS Bharat suffered that fate, right? KS Bharat
Imagine
was the
what is happening with
wicketkeeper.
my namesake, Saurabh Kumar.
Yes, Saurabh
So
Kumar.
that guy has been picking wickets in heap. He
Yeah.
picked wickets for India side in South Africa.
Yeah.
He picked wickets against England Lions in the recently concluded unofficial test.
Yeah.
He gets a call up in the test side to replace Jadeja. He was there with the team. Third day of the test match, he was released from the squad.
Yeah.
Why was he picked then?
Why was he brought in?
Yeah.
3 days, you're not going to play. You know that he's not going to play and you bring him in. You have 3 spinners. I will disagree with the call-up on the spinner side because I think we have quality enough spinners that nobody else can get a chance and the gulf is pretty big. Same with Saxena, who is a domestic stalwart, but I don't think he gets a cut into this Indian team. But stop bothering them so much.
But when you picked Jayant Yadav, you could have picked Jalaj Saxena back then.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
100%.
You gave a test match to Shahbaz Nadeem, I think.
Shahbaz Nadeem.
In Ranchi.
Shahbaz Nadeem is another case,
Yeah.
No, wait, not Shahbaz Nadeem. Shahbaz Ahmed is
Ahmed.
another case.
Yes.
So he gets injured for Bengal. He goes to NCA. BCCI does not know when he left NCA. Bengal does not know when he left NCA. He's not in Bengal. He's not in BCCI's control. What is going on?
So this muddle is something that needs to be looked at, right? As in some players lose confidence also. For instance, KS Bharat. You picked him for the World Test Championship after he kept wickets in the Border Gavaskar Trophy, right? The Border Gavaskar Trophy was his debut. Yes, he didn't score runs. But whenever you need a specialist wicketkeeper, you had the option of playing KL Rahul as the wicketkeeper at the start of this series. But Rahul Dravid came out and said, we need a specialist wicketkeeper. But suddenly when you see that, okay, your batting is shallow, you need some reinforcements. Now there are talks that Dhruv Jurel can make his debut. So what is the reward for being a specialist wicketkeeper? Are you not clear? Yes, Bharat can't bat like Dhoni or Rishabh Pant.
And you know what
But
my
what
concern
has
is?
his been? Yeah.
Okay. So Bharat, you're saying Bharat can't bat like Dhoni or Rishabh Pant. I agree. What was Virat Kohli's first test in average? How many runs did he score in his first 11, 12 test match? He was a proper batter, right? He was not a wicketkeeper, he was not a bowler, he was not a bowling all-rounder, he was not a batting all-rounder. How many runs did he score? Dhoni backed him. Dhoni backed him back then. Everybody was questioning why is he getting a chance ahead of Rohit Sharma back then. 2011, 2010 phase.
I think there's a famous tweet from a former commentator also.
Yes,
I think.
exactly.
Former cricketer.
Yes.
Just give him one more
Now you
test
come and
so
talk about
that he proves that he doesn't belong to this level. Something on those lines.
Yes. Now you talk about KS Bharat.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. He has not scored a single 50.
Yeah. But he came off a good season for scored against England Lions also.
He was looking good in that first test also in the second innings.
Yeah.
And he was undone by a very good delivery. If you remember that what happened.
Yeah.
What are you actually expecting him to be? If you talk about Rishabh Pant, MS Dhoni, there is no second Rishabh Pant, there is no second MS Dhoni. You need a special wicketkeeper.
Yeah.
Can you expect... KL Rahul is not fit enough. Will you expect Dhruv Jurel to do the same job behind the wickets? What if he also fails in next 3 test matches if he gets a chance? We'll drop him again.
And KL Rahul also needs to sort himself out. They did not play him as the wicketkeeper to save him from the injury, and now he's got injured again.
Yeah.
Not
But I
just
don't
injury,
think...
it is
embarrassment
unfortunate for
also.
Rahul.
KL Rahul keeping on Indian pitches
Yeah.
in front of likes of Jadeja, Kuldeep and Ashwin.
I think they didn't want to take that risk.
He was not exposed badly.
Yeah.
His wicketkeeper drama which he's doing, to be very honest, he's doing drama.
Yeah. In
I want to
limited
play
overs
all
cricket,
formats.
yes. In limited overs cricket, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Instead of at least be happy that someone is saying that I want to play all formats. Our T20 captain doesn't want to play any format.
No, he wants to
doesn't
play.
want to play tests.
Who is your T20 captain?
As in stand by Hardik. Yeah.
Hardik Pandya. Oh my God.
Mumbai
that guy
Indians
is a different
captain.
case.
Mumbai Indians captain.
I don't know why he gets so many preferences. Yes, he's a great all-rounder.
Yeah.
But he has got too many chances.
But I don't agree with someone saying that I wouldn't play that format or play one format. If you're needed for that format, you should be available to turn up, right?
He's Mumbai Indians captain. What do you expect him to do? He will do whatever he wants.
Exactly. It looks like that. A lot of players...
It is happening.
Yeah.
It is
Properly
happening.
putting up social media posts,
Yeah.
running with tires on their back.
If you look at it, there is an issue on both sides. You can't just question the selectors alone. But yeah, there should be clarity, there should be continuity and all that stuff, right?
So what would be your playing 11 for this third test match? India's playing 11.
Yeah.
Who will you play Shreyas Iyer? Will you play Jadeja or will you bench a pacer and bring in Jadeja and then bench?
From what we have seen,
Who is our number 4 is the main question here.
Traditionally, Rajkot has been a
Batting
what do they
wicket.
call
Pata.
true wicket, right?
Yeah.
Right. No, it will give assist. It will have everything for everyone, as in something for everyone, right? For instance, good big first inning scores and then the pitch gradually breaking down and assisting spinners. Unless and until they have made changes and want rank turners, this is how Rajkot has played, right? Even the last time India and England played, England scored 500, India scored 450, and then the match ended in a draw with 3 centurions in the first innings for England. So in that case, would you play 2 pacers or would you stack your team with spinners? How are you going to cope with this?
That is what I am asking you.
Yeah.
What is going to be your playing 11?
My playing 11. See, I would rather pick...
Let's name.
Yeah.
So...
Rohit Sharma
and Yashvi will open.
Yes.
Gill number
Shubman
3.
Gill. Rajat at number 4.
Sarfaraz
at number 5.
No, let's finish with him, then we'll finish with you.
Sarfaraz at number 5.
So you have 2 young players, one with 1 test old and one who's making debut. Okay?
Yeah, and Ravindra Jadeja at number 6, if he is fit. As in, from what we are hearing, he has been training.
Yeah.
So he'll be ready to go in Rajkot. And then KS Bharat at number 7. Dhruv Jurel can wait. I want to give KS Bharat another opportunity. You can't just...
full series.
A full series or at least 3-4 tests. Okay. No, you can't just drop him. Like, you give Dhruv Jurel like 1 test in the end and then you have the judgment.
So, 7
KS Bharat and then Aksar,
Okay.
Kuldeep, Ashwin, Bumrah.
So
I
you
want
one
to play
pacer?
four spinners, 1 pacer, and then stack them with batters.
So you'll have Kuldeep, you will have Akshay, you will have Ashwin, you will have Jadeja. 4 spinners.
4 spinners.
What is going to be your playing 11?
Same lineup, drop Kuldeep and bring, who is the pacer? Who is the...
Siraj is back, Bumrah is back.
Siraj. Only because I think that on a flatter wicket, you need bigger footmarks and you need 2 pacers to operate from 2 ends to build those
Why
footmarks
don't
for
you
spin.
bring a left arm pacer then?
know-
You will get footmarks for the off spinner.
So I get what you both are thinking. If you ask me, I would have Siraj in that team. Definitely 2 pacers.
Okay.
Because Bumrah has been your prime bowler. But Bumrah was being used only after Mukesh Kumar was bowling that 1 over. So at least you need 1 bowler to bowl that 1 over. One pacer.
Wrong-footed menace is also not there,
Okay.
so you can't...
And I would expect Jadeja to replace Shreyas Iyer. I don't think they will be giving...
That's a good call as well.
Yeah. So you'll have 4 spinners.
Yes, 4 spinners, 2 pacers.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And
then
you will ask
have-
Sarfaraz to wait for a bit more, right?
Yes. So my bat lineup would be Gill, Yashasvi, Rohit, Gill, Jadeja.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you got
Patidar.
Patidar, Akshar, Bharat,
Yeah.
then Kuldeep,
Ashwin.
Bumrah, and then Bumrah Siraj.
Good call. That is also a good call. But whether you would want... Can you trust Ravindra Jadeja that much? Yes, you should trust him. He has done well.
Automatic choice. Jadeja
he
is
is
an
one of the
automatic.
Can you
test
ask him
batters.
to bat at number 4?
Oh no. No chance in hell.
I mean, then you can ask Patidar.
And that's a very bad look for us.
No,
that Jadeja
actually,
bats at
I
4.
would trust Jadeja to do it. He has been scoring runs.
No, man.
Give him that responsibility. Ask him to do
He's
it.
been scoring runs at number 6.
Number 5, he has come up.
Very different than scoring runs after 3 wickets fall quickly.
Yeah. Then you can probably... But,
No, but
it's a good call.
So my basic idea behind this squad is, and this Jadeja playing enough is, what is experience of bat lineup?
Yeah.
Rohit Sharma is the most experienced
It is
batter.
not about the experience. It's about a specialist's job.
That is what I'm telling
Test
you.
is a specialist
Test-
job.
But
Sarfaraz,
when you have all players fit for every particular job, यहाँ पे you don't have that luxury.
No, I don't take that argument. I'm sorry. Because these players have toiled, again, but you come to that argument that they have toiled at a particular position in Indian conditions for years. Back them to play at their spot.
No, that is what I'm saying. You
Is
don't have this luxury right now.
Patidar a lower middle order batsman? Low.
No.
I don't think so.
Middle or top middle.
So he can bat number 4 then.
Yeah.
Jadeja can come at number 5.
So
KS
can
can bat
Khan.
number 5. If going by your logic.
Yeah.
But I will go with my team. A safe selection.
No, Case Bharat you need below that position because he is keeping. Keepers cannot be forced into the top 5 lineup.
Oh.
It is very rare.
Oh.
It's very rare that happens. And he will have to keep for hours and hours in the heat at Rajkot because it's a flat batting track. You have to drop him down. I think you have put him at 7.
If it's a
You
flat
put him at
batting
7?
track,
At 7.
If it's a flat batting track, Jaiswal is in form. Gill has said that he has proved that he can score runs.
Rohit will be looking too keen on scoring.
So
Yeah,
you
but
do- you-
it's high time. High
You will
time
not
he scores
need
runs.
then Case to bat, right? If it's a flat batting track,
Yeah.
you'll be 550 for 2
Yeah.
or 3, something like that. Flat batting track, as you're saying, it's not a flat batting track.
What do you suggest? What do you think England will do? As in, would they go for 2 pacers or... Now that Jack Leach, their left-arm spinner, most experienced left-arm spinner, has been ruled out of the remainder of the series, do you think they will play Anderson plus another pacer or...
I don't think. They will play the same squad that played the last test. They will trust Shoaib Bashir, Rehan Ahmed, Tom Hartley to do their job with the ball. And then Joe Root as their 4th spinner.
I think Rehan Ahmed is the only question that they'll ask.
But
Rehan Ahmed picked few wickets.
Yeah, but at the back end of the innings.
But
now.
he has come out and said that I don't care if I'm getting hit for runs. I'm
That
picking up
is-
wickets.
That is what I'm
he has
saying.
sung praises of the captain, Ben
Yeah.
Stokes.
Oh, that's the criteria, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, but why don't you think that someone like a Mark Wood or
Exactly.
Ollie
Mark Wood
Robinson...
Mark Wood is not fit, I think.
Oh.
There are reports coming out with saying that he's
What
not
about
fit.
Ollie Robinson?
Who
Why he can get...
Yeah, because see, LSG replaced Mark Wood with Samaj.
Because it seems that ECB pulled him out of the IPL to manage his workload before the T20 World Cup, not because of injury.
No, but there were reports saying that he might have a niggle issue also.
So what about Gus Atkinson or Ollie Robinson?
I don't think they trust them enough in the Indian subcontinent.
Robinson can be a very good choice in terms of bowling for longer hours, and he's a very good batter. At number 10, you don't get better than him at that position.
I think Robinson also has the skill to, extract a little bit of reverse in the pitch if there is anything.
So, but
2 similar bowlers ho jayega
Yeah,
phir, na?
I mean,
Anderson
why
and
will you-
Robinson.
Atkinson you can take in that case. Mark Wood, of course. If Mark Wood's fit, Mark Wood gets it. But again, I don't think you need 4 pacers in the Rajkot track unless they have absolutely grown paddy out of it.
Why can't Ben Stokes chip in with a couple of overs?
I don't think he's there yet.
Oli Pope came out and said, no,
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to bowl. And Ben Stokes has made it clear, he's not going to bowl.
Yeah.
Last test match,
At least their premier all-rounder is there to play test cricket for them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's the captain, he's leading them.
Joe Root or
Ben
Ben
Stokes.
Stokes.
Yeah, Joe Root is a bowler who can bat, right?
Yeah.
Bowler who can bat. Yeah,
In
it's
Indian,
become like that.
when he plays outside India,
Is Joe Root
he's your best batter.
Is
When
Joe
he plays
Root
in India, he's your best bowler.
England's Neil Brand? Could be. I don't know. But yeah, England, I think, again, they are best place to take a lead in this series.
Again,
just
I
like
think,
they were
I
in
think
Vizag.
They missed an opportunity in Vizag,
Massive
but now
opportunity.
this is proper.
You know, a lot will depend on toss.
Yeah.
First
Who will-
batting.
yeah.
Batting first.
If you look at the first two tests, the teams that have batted first have won the test.
Actually, I
match.
think you were looking at a scorecard. Last time India and England played a test match in Rajkot 8 years ago.
England.
It was a draw.
Yeah.
India just managed to
hold
get
on.
a draw.
Virat and Ashwin doing the holding job in the final.
And
innings.
there also, I think England batted
But
first.
that was
is it?
completely
Alistair Cook
different
century.
lineup.
Yes, that had Alistair Cook,
Alistair Cook, and they had someone like Haseeb Hamid.
Hasib Hamid,
Adil Rashid was their
Adil
prime
Rashid.
spinner.
Yeah. Wrist
Moeen
spinners,
Ali.
wrist
Moeen
spinners
Ali.
tend to do well, I think, in Rajkot. So Kuldeep there. So quickly before you go, as in, can England beat India? Same question.
For me, they can, but they won't. Simply.
Who will be the point of difference for you in this Indian team?
Kuldeep Yadav.
Kuldeep Yadav.
Yeah. And Kuldeep Yadav, more than Kuldeep Yadav, I believe it is a lot would be brewing up in Ashwin's mind after whatever happened in first two tests.
Yeah.
He has to
In fact, England spinners have outbowled Indian spinners
Yes.
in terms of wickets.
He would be
Yeah.
waiting for his opportunity.
Yeah.
And Zamin Jadeja, how can you forget? Rajkot, it's his den.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll depend on how fit he is.
If he plays, he is going to be a very, very important player with
I
the bat in the ball.
I think
And I find it funny that 90% Jadeja plays and 90% KL does not.
See, one more thing is that even if Jadeja is 90% fit, pick him as a batter and ask him to bowl a couple of overs. Bas.
What's happened to the batter who is 90% fit, specialist batter?
He needs
Better
more time.
batter than Jaddu, right?
More time, and he has to lead Lucknow.
It's just,
Super
again,
Giants.
it's just...
Has to lead Lucknow.
It all
Oh,
comes
you
down
guys sacked Jadeja in the middle of the season, right?
As in, Jadeja can
Jadeja is
be
not the captain of
replaced by
CSK.
Rachin Ravindra in CSK.
Oh,
so
definitely.
So Jadeja can
A lot of IPL build
Contribute to the-
as well in this podcast. We'll
senior
do it.
national team. Dhoni will take care.
What do you think about who will win this test?
I have a feeling that England will nick this one. If they win
Yeah,
the toss and bat. If
you
they
were
win the
saying
toss and
they will
bat.
win Vizag also.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because
What about you?
I have a feeling that the 9-day break, these guys would have planned, instead of going back and forth on whom to pick, who is available, whose fitness certificate should I check. I think England have had time to reflect, and they will be coming out, knowing that they missed an opportunity in Vizag, and they have a better opportunity. As far as I'm concerned, this is a better opportunity to win this test in Rajkot. So if the toss goes England's way, I don't see
India
any
winning
chances of why England should not win it.
because they're England and they're playing in India.
Yeah. What about you, Kingshuk? After that strong statement, Kingshuk, just say that.
You've had England win, he's had India win.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it a draw.
Draw.
Yeah, I'm going to say that.
Drawn test. Which era are you in?
I am
England
telling
don't play
you,
for draw.
I am telling you
Both
this is
teams.
going to happen.
No, India can play for draw.
This is going to happen. At best, I am going to side with India to get the job done because
Because of how Saurabh looked at you and how Saurabh will treat you after you go out of the group.
possibly yes.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Bumrah gets the job done for us.
Yeah. That is something that.
Bumrah will get the job done first.
Yeah. And
If nobody does it,
just
Bumrah will do
hand
it.
him the captaincy already.
Yes.
Yeah. He's a vice captain already, right?
Finally, I agree with Kingshuk on something.
Start of the podcast, you have agreed the first 15 minutes with
No,
me.
that
Both
was
of
my
you
point.
agreed a lot,
That was
yeah.
my point. I started it. You did not start it.
Okay.
Although Kingshuk told it before the podcast that she's going to raise this up.
Yeah. Kingshuk, but
Bumrah should be our captain.
After we go out, tell me what you really think of England's chances. Saurabh, so you are calling for an Indian win? A comfortable
down.
win or hands down?
Hands down, India win.
I am half there
You
on
know,
India.
England only have a chance to draw this test match if they win the toss.
Toss plays a big part
Because
again.
Stokes
in
and
the test
McCullum,
match.
they don't have any idea what they are doing in this series. First test match, they won. They won because of two players. Tom Hartley picked up wickets by his flight. He got wickets. He did not pick up wickets. We threw our wickets, our batters. And that
Oli
Oli
Pop,
Pop,
yeah.
he got
Reverse
too many
front.
chances.
Yeah.
Too many chances. And he has played that innings. 1 year quota is full. Joe Root is out of form. Root
I'm telling our listeners and viewers, if you want to, get, that best of Saurabh, just listen to the last closing statement of Saurabh.
And
last
if-
week he said, at the end of the series, McCullum will lose his job.
Yeah.
And he should look for an IPL job. And this time, Oli Pop 1 year quota.
Yeah.
These are gems from Saurabh.
if you genuinely
Saurabh,
want to
finish
follow
it.
our
So before
podcast,
we
man.
finish it,
I have
finish
told
it.
you,
Yeah.
that Stokes and McCullum, they don't have one iota, they don't even have 1 iota of idea what they're doing in India. So all these players who are in India right now and who have got their IPL contract, they are very happy. Okay, so now we are preparing for IPL.
Yeah.
We know that India will win this series.
Yeah.
And you will see how India will win this series. England were lucky to win one test.
One test. That's a bold call.
So 2021
I
repeats
hope-
again, basically, you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, 2021 repeats again. No. I don't think that is that.
Where is baseball, by the way?
Wow, are we back at that again?
Let's ask our viewers: are England capable of doing it, or as in, are they doing baseball? Should Jasprit Bumrah be appointed India's captain? And what do you also think about the selection, the mess, as if you
The
can
muddle,
say
as
so,
you can say.
selection muddle that is going on, like players, lack of continuity and lack of clarity is something that we have highlighted, and we think if you have your thoughts, please let us know. Please, you can send in your feedback on 8588 966 996. You could also email on pods@indiatoday.com. And if you're listening to this podcast on Spotify, Google Podcast, and Apple Podcast, please do rate us there. We value your feedback. And like we always say, if you're watching this on YouTube, please leave your comments there. We enjoy reading them. Have a good week, and let's hope it's a cracker in Rajkot. Thank you.
You are on India Today podcasts, and you are in the Sledging Room.